We've reached Canada. The crossing was so easy.
Oh, I couldn't believe it.
I
You guys
know.
just wanted to talk about guns.
Yeah, that's
all I thought. Hi everyone, we are here heading up the west side of the Canadian Rockies. We came up. Autumn, say hi, Autumn. Chloe.
Hey, Bob.
Chloe probably won't wave. And yeah, it's just been fantastic. Just really pretty. A lot of it isn't this pretty, but you get up here and you actually get in. Hi, Autumn.
Here we were, in this land I'd never been to before, Canada, our longtime neighbors to the north. We were welcomed with wide open skies and Canadian kindness. If you're new to the channel, welcome. Hi, I'm Autumn, and I have been a full-time nomad since the spring of 2022. I started out in a converted car camper. I lived for a while in a vintage RV that I renovated. And since April of 2025, I have been living full-time in this beautiful minivan that I turned into my full-time home, and we're headed to Alaska. So a number of folks have asked me what the border crossing consisted of and what it was like. It was very, very easy. I was nervous, but it was very easy. It required my passport. It required Chloe's pet vaccination records, and I believe specifically rabies, and that was it. It was about a 5-minute conversation with the border official. He asked if I was carrying any firearms. I let him know that I had shipped mine from Montana to Tok, and then we had a discussion all about them, because he seemed very interested in them. He also gave me a lot of information on what I can bring in the future, including sort of long barrels and those kind of things. So it was very smooth, very easy. I couldn't help but laugh at how the majority of our conversation really was around protection. I ate all my produce the days leading up to crossing because I understand they can confiscate that, but he didn't even ask for any. I didn't bring any, but he didn't ask for any. Check this out. That is a lot of logs. This might be the largest lumber mill that I've ever seen. It's really interesting. I'm listening to Bob share in his vlog. And I didn't know this. He's sharing how the logging makes British Columbia a great deal of money. I did not know that. This road we're going on is called Horse Thief Road. Hey, want to see what gives me anxiety? I will show you what gives me anxiety. We did a Walmart run today, and so naturally, the van looks like this. Anxiety. Oh my goodness, that's like the prettiest lumber yard ever. Bob must be filming. It's fun vlogging with another vlogger. This is great. Oh yeah, he's getting that lumber mill. Being here in Canada, you can completely feel that we're not in the United States. It's like something about the land. The infrastructure looks similar. Even the land looks really similar to Montana, but there is such a different feel here in Canada. It's like, as an American, I can truly feel I am in a different country. I don't know why. I can't put my finger on it, but it's actually really fascinating, and I'm so excited to be here. This is my first time in Canada. Hi, Cody. Can you guess the first thing I did as soon as we started getting into camp? Oh boy, it's already getting a lot more organized, a lot more clean. And you know, that's an interesting thing about the van because it is still small. It is so much bigger than the car, but it is still small. So each time I do an errand stock up run, it just really requires some rearranging. And while almost everything has a home, sometimes I have like an extra roll of paper towels, or I did just buy some laundry detergent. Oh, I know what I need to do. I need to rearrange my protective items because in Canada, you can't carry. So yeah, I gotta pull out all the other things I use. This is 10 o'clock. So we are in the Canadian Rockies. Those are the Rocky Mountains right out there. And it's beautiful. Chloe is really awake also. I think we are creatures of the sun. So I guess that's just gonna take some getting used to, huh? I'm not sure it gets much better than this. I'm looking out at the Canadian Rockies in the distance. I got my morning coffee and I got my little love bug. Let me see if I can show you. Yeah. Hi, sweetie. So this is such a blessing. And I'm curious what we're going to end up doing today. We're talking about maybe checking out a few of the national parks here in Canada, but we're both not like keen on crowds, which is nice. Okay, I got to drink the rest of my coffee looking at that mountain. I love that with my home on wheels, everywhere can feel like home. Because my home rolls with me wherever I go. I have object permanence no matter where I roam. Right before I left Montana in the United States, my check engine light came on. So I stopped by Walmart in Kalispell, Montana, and I picked up one of these. I am not sponsored, you guys. This is just something that I think that nomads or just car vehicle drivers will benefit from having, and this is an engine code reader. And as a result of getting this, I came to see that it's likely my oxygen sensors that are malfunctioning when I'm driving on dirt roads. It could be a loose connection, it could be that the dust is making them faulty, or it could be my catalytic converter, which I really hope it's not that because that's expensive. But I think it's the O2 sensors. Anyhow, the light turned off as fast as it turned on. And I gotta tell you, having a code reader is one of the ways that I feel more self-reliant in this nomadic life, which is ultimately my goal. My check engine light did come on about a month later once I was in Alaska. Same issue, which I was able to see with this. By the way, yes, that's Alaska out there. There's a sneak peek. All my content is about a month behind. We do have a full summer in Alaska, so I wanted to share the scope of the experience, the entire drive, the beauty of Canada, and then eventually we'll get to Alaska. We are in the national parks of the Canadian Rockies, and this is like the first lookout spot, and it is so spectacular. If this is any preview of what's to come, then holy cow. I'm guessing a lot of these change in the autumn time. It's probably a spectacular sight to see.
Pretty amazing.
Okay, we're gonna hit the road again. Chloe has taken over as captain. Hey, co-pilot. Do we have a sleepy girl? You look like you are tired. little sniffers. You probably won't be able to fully see what I'm about to do, but I gotta go see the temperature of this water, which does not appear to be too cold. It's not that cold. Cody decided to take a full plunge, although he probably didn't realize it was a full plunge.
Beautiful, huh?
Beautiful.
Amazing.
Anytime I'm in a natural setting and I see a stick figure, usually it's one tumbling in the waves, or in this case, getting hit by a tree, I pay attention. Notice, Avis, I'm learning French here. There were a bunch of fires here. You can really see the effect. A lot of new vibrant green life. Looks like new life. I don't know if that's because of spring or if it's post-fire. Time for lunch, and I would like a peanut butter sandwich with tea. I gotta say, making lunch right over the river with flowers overlooking the Canadian Rockies, not too shabby. Cooking up with that view outside. I'm gonna eat down by the creek. How's your sandwich, Bob?
Good, going good.
Nice view, eh?
Nice view. Best restaurant I've ever been to.
Yeah, I'd say so too. Oh, don't pull your mother. Shoot. You know what I love about this minivan home? In it, I don't just travel across the land. I time travel. This little fort on wheels is part dollhouse, part genie bottle. Whenever I'm inside, I'm 7 years old again, eating peanut butter sandwiches down by the river. This is hands down one of the most beautiful things I have ever seen. It has a little bit of everything. It has the clouds, the blue sky, the snow-capped Rocky Mountains, beautiful forests, and water. Seriously, what else could you ask for? Chloe's pulling me. When she pulls me, the camera destabilizes. Like a fisher. How peaceful does that look?
Stunning.
Yeah.
Everywhere you look, it's stunning.
It is, isn't it?
You can't look anywhere and not see a gorgeous view.
Yep. You agree, Cody? You agree? This dog pulls. Okay, so I want to show you guys one of my favorite things to look at so far here in the Canadian Rockies. And that is these massive snow cliffs on the top of the mountain. The zoom on the iPhone is not very good. It's literally zoomed in as far as I can go, 9 times. And look at that snow. I'm guessing 100 to 200 feet tall right there. Now again, that's on the tip top of the mountain. Let me back up. Okay. And now we're normal. Isn't that pretty spectacular? Even though the iPhone zoom is not very good, that was actually pretty cool footage to show right there. Look at the water. See how clear that is with the sun peeking through? Yeah, this is heaven. This is heaven. This legit may be the most beautiful thing I've ever seen. This is so incredible. We are on a road called the Icefield Parkway, and apparently it's super duper beautiful the whole way. It's like a toll road because it's part of the Canadian parks. And yeah, so I have a feeling we're gonna see a lot of beautiful stuff along this roadway. We're gonna camp about halfway up it, and well, hopefully there's a spot. This is ice, you guys. Wow. Today's May 31st, by the way, and there's ice there. These Rocky Mountains and alpine lakes stirred so many contradictions within. I was deeply at peace, experiencing true rejuvenation, yet I was electric inside, wide awake with beauty. I felt grounded, yet lifted, surrounded by stillness, yet moved to my core. The land felt timeless, yet something in me felt brand new. I think mountains like these do something similar to all of us. They speak to something primal inside, something wild. As John Muir said, thousands of tired, nerve-shaken, over-civilized people are beginning to find out that going to the mountains is going home, that wildness is a necessity. He also wrote, "Climb the mountains and get their good tidings. Nature's peace will flow into you as sunshine flows into trees." John Burroughs echoed the same reverence when he said, "We are now in the mountains and they are in us, kindling enthusiasm, making every nerve quiver, filling every pore and cell of us." As I drove along the Icefield Parkway, I had butterflies. I must have looked like madness. I kept losing my breath, catching it again, and then I'd start laughing. I was delightfully disoriented in the beauty. We just passed a bear on the side of the road, and I am leading at the moment the caravan of Bob and I see he's stopped. I don't want to scare away the bear because it looks like he's filming it, but I do kind of want to go film it myself. This reminds me of when I was a kid and I wanted to go swimming, but I'd scare all the fish away when my dad was fishing. So that's kind of funny. Although I may have found a different campsite. We could camp there. We could camp right there. Shoot. We totally could camp there if this other campsite doesn't work out. I'm just wondering if the bear's still there. He's still there. So that critter right there could tear you apart. Absolutely rip you into pieces. He saw us. Oh, look at Bob. He's getting a close-up picture. Oh my goodness. That's what you see off the side of the road in Canada. Oh my God. Good. Chloe is shaking in fear. I must tell you, I am honestly glad about that. Sometimes I do not feel like she is adequately afraid of animals. Teddy bears. Cute and soft and fluffy, and you hold them as you go to sleep. Those things will rip you apart. They will tear off your van door. How did we get the teddy bear concept? I mean, it was cute, but it can be cute from a far way away. That was really cool to see, though. I am so happy. It is raining, and this Canadian rain, it's pretty intense. It doesn't necessarily look so intense, but it's really intense. I kind of love wild weather ever since I became a vehicle dweller, because you can be like in the weather, but separate from it. Today was a good day. It's so funny. I woke up complaining about the heat. I don't know if I actually did that on camera, and I don't know if I actually verbally complained out loud, but I was complaining in my mind about the heat. And then I saw beauty that was so spectacular that I literally got butterflies, and I just thought to myself, wow, this is the rush that I felt when I was like on a roller coaster as a kid, or when you were a teenager and falling in adolescent love. And it was a mountain peak. It was a mountain peak that just sent that rush to every part of my physical being, and I felt it. And you know what? I need to do certain things when I get to Alaska. I have some van projects once I'm kind of settled in an area. I need to put rain guards on my van. This is precisely the reason why. Let me show you. See that? I do need my Starlink on, but it's leaking. It's leaking. The day started in a 90-degree full sun British Columbia spring. It ended in Alberta, what I've deemed the Canadian Narnia. And just like every place I've passed on this road to Alaska, I wanted to stay. I plan to return again. Be sure to join us next time, where Bob and I continue on to more alpine lakes and then part ways for a while as our work requires different rates of travel. We each take a route more than 1,000 miles apart before reconnecting in Alaska.